You're watching Experience Comic Culture and Sales, streaming live daily to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
See this comic right here? It's not for sale tonight, but we got a whole ton of other awesome stuff for sale tonight. We got so many great comics. I guess if you're interested, I'll sell you this book, but it's going to come at a stale price. There we go. Stiff price, a cheap price, because we're doing cheap comics tonight. You're watching Kickin It With Onrie, and I will see you guys in just a minute.
For years, I have traveled the world slinging my creator-owned comics at the biggest and hottest cons. Now I'm busting out my personal collection of comics and more in order to bring the fun and excitement of con life right to your screen. There's only one place to get your comics and collectibles and chat live with the greatest showman in modern comics. So bust out your keyboard and get ready to call it in. You're watching Kickin It With Onrie, the live shopping show.
Are you looking at me, man? You're watching Kickin It With Onrie, live shopping show. I'm your host, Onrie Kompan. It's great to be here with you guys. After Shin has returned triumphantly from Phoenix Fan Fusion, where we scored our 100th convention. So let me tell you guys, I am so grateful to all you guys who have supported my comic book series over the years. I appreciate it so much. It is what has brought me to this very moment. Shin has taught me so much over the years. There are things I learned working on this series that I never thought were possible. And that book has, pretty much been the roadmap for my career since I got into comics and now into sales and all kinds of other stuff. And there's so much going on right now that I can't even, tell you guys yet, but I'm basically going to be selling books for another publisher very soon. I'm going to make the announcement very soon. They're going to be sending me off to a convention in early July, which is going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be exciting, and we're going to be doing all kinds of really, really cool stuff with this publisher. I'm going to use my sales skills and try and help them grow their business, and that's something that I find to be very exciting. But in the meantime, I got to meet so many wonderful creators in Phoenix this weekend, and I managed to stock up on a lot of really great comics, some from these creators that I met out there, and some from my own collection that I've acquired over the course of my journeys at different shows. Plus, I stocked up on a bunch of $2 comics, and I got some nice grails here. We got some really great Silver Age, Bronze Age, Copper Age. This is mostly going to be bronze and copper here, but I do have some silver hiding about in my collection tonight. So you'll see stuff poke out here and there. We're going to have FOMO books. We got 2 sets of FOMO books. We got just so much stuff for you guys tonight. And the deal is the same as always. If you're shopping with us for the first time, you spend $25, you get to spin this awesome wheel here. And if you spend $50, we unlock free shipping. It's just that simple. So, let's get started here. Let's go check in the comments. We got Mike James makes it in the house. Bang, 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 bang. We got Chris Dysko in the house. Bang, 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 bang. Yeah, I'm back. Hold on. Camera's not completely leveled here. No, there we go. We were pulling a Batman 1960s Batman show, where the camera switches up. Now, this is gonna be a fun episode because I'm gonna give a couple more shout outs to my man David Moore. So as soon as David Moore is in the house and he picks up something tonight, anything, or anybody picks up anything, you're going to see something special that came from the womb of David Moore's brilliant mind. All right, let's start at the bottom here. So I got Luke Cage, Hero for Hire, number 10, in a fine condition. We got Mr. Death is his name here. Very, very unique name. Mr. Death, most unique name in comics. Great name for a villain. Because I pity the fool who don't move out of the way when Mr. Death come knocking on the door. All right, this is going to go for $10. Call it as you see it. All right, the next book is You Won't Get Me, He-Man. Oh, wait, that's not He-Man. That's not Skeletor. That's Taskmaster. And that's right, this is the first appearance of the mofo. Avengers number 196, first full-on appearance of Taskmaster. How insane is this? Now, this book here has some, I want to say it's an ink stain. I don't know what it is, but it's the first appearance of Taskmaster, and I'm selling it tonight for $75. I'm going to say the grade on this is probably somewhere between, you know, I'm going to say, I guess that's just fine. I don't know if they say fine minus. It's either fine or fine plus. So it's called fine. Fine minus. You learn all kinds of new words. Onrie's reinventing the wheel. Let's see what new phrase he comes up with in collecting next. It's 20% off. All right. Anyway, just kidding. Sorry. Looks like an ink roll on this on the cover. But overall, the book's in great shape. And I wish I could say that it was through the top here, but I mean the cover is intact. I mean, you know, you might be able to clean that out. I don't know. I don't know enough about grading. You know, for me, comics has always been about just picking up the books and being able to read them. You know, I don't see the point of keeping them in case, you know, things where you can't read them. So, I mean, I support it. I understand it. I get that there's people who like this stuff, and I'm trying to learn about it because I'm trying to learn for you guys, not necessarily for what I'm into. But me, I just never got the point of grading books. To me, comics are meant to be read. So we got Avengers 196, first appearance Taskmaster, going for $75. Now, the next book I have here is also related to that 196. It's actually Avengers 195, which is the first cameo appearance of Taskmaster. And this one's in great shape. This one's in great frickin' shape. Look at all the ants on that cover. There's an ant here and an ant there. There's ants everywhere. Assault on a mine cage, which is pretty cool. The cover concepts are really kind of tight on this. This is going to go for $40 tonight. 40 on this. What's up, Kenneth? How you doing, man? All right, next up. This one's a fun one. Amazing Spider-Man 162, first appearance of Jigsaw. This one is going to go for $75 today. That is a fine condition on Amazing Spider-Man 162, first appearance of Jigsaw. $75. 75 on that. Oops. Next up, I got Marvel Team Up featuring Spider-Man and Captain America number 52. That is going to go for $20. $20 tonight. $20 on that. And then we got a really nice X-Men here. X-Men 128. Proteus versus Wolverine. This is such a cool book. This is going to go for $40. It's a fine. Call it as you see it. That one is awesome. I have Web of Spider-Man number 8. This is the fourth appearance of the Black Spider-Man costume. This is going to go for just $15 tonight. Really cool cover by, I think Mike Zeck did this cover. No, it's Charles Vess. Charles Vess did the cover to this. That's really cool. Next up, I got Tales to Astonish starring the Submariner. And he's like standing on the cover and he's like, I am the Prince of the Sea. Swing, 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 swing. I have really big eyebrows. He's going to come to the screen soon. He's going to be whooping some butt. He's definitely not going to be Stephen Grant and like crying in a corner and being like, oh, oh, or like Finn Jones being like, I can't act. I can't even pretend I'm good at martial arts. I can't even fight a captain. All right, Tales to Astonish starring the Submariner is going for $20. Edward, what's up, my brother? Good to see you, man. Been a while. I hope you got your stuff. All right, I got the Spider-Woman number 1. This is issue 1 of Spider-Woman, her first ongoing series, first solo Jessica Drew book. This is going to go for 50 big ones tonight. $50 on Spider-Woman #1 and a fine. Maybe even a fine plus on that if you get it pressed and clean. And I do know a guy who could do that for you, if that's your thing. Spidey Super Stories #4. Super Stories. That's going to go for $15. Yes, he does look like a pissed off Spock in a Speedo. It's like, sometimes Spock needs a good smack. A woman needs a good smack. That's what they said back in the Bronze Age of comics. I know women are like, you want to slap me, fool? I'm going to slap you. All right, we got Spidey Super Stories #4 going for $15. $15 on that. All right, the next book here is so freaking dope. I love it. All right, check it out. Crisis of Infinite Earths #8. $25 on this. Now, why would I charge $25 on this? What happens in this book? This is the issue where Barry Allen dies because he like runs too fast that like it ages him and he like becomes like dead. And this is the point when Wally West is going to take over as the Flash. But the way Barry Allen dies is so freaky. It's so well illustrated. I'm going to show it to you guys. This is some fine George Perez work, by the way. I absolutely love this issue of Crisis. And the segment is so great. And just die! All right, there you go. See, he's like running as he's like trying to like save the world, and like he's like aging, and then like he basically like dies, and like it's all so well illustrated by George Perez. That dude was the man. George was such an incredible artist. I got some great George Perez stuff if anybody's interested. This is going to go for $25 tonight. $25 on this. The issue before that is the one where Supergirl dies. Spoiler! Yeah, it was in the issue before that. So 7 was in the issue before that. But it's like, you don't expect that. One like major character gets killed, Supergirl, who's not like one of the top, DC characters, but then killing off the Flash. This is the key issue in the series here. I don't know why anybody's not talking about that. And the way he dies is like so unforgiving. It's like such a, like it's an honorable death, but I mean, it's so like brutal, aging out real fast. That sucks. To a point where you just don't exist anymore. Fantasy Masterpieces starring the Silver Surfer. #3. This is a reprint, and it is the first appearance of Mephisto. Now, Mephisto hasn't showed up in the MCU yet, but I think we've definitely felt his presence in the Doctor Strange movie and Vision or WandaVision. So we know he's there. He's been hinted at, but he hasn't actually shown up yet. And he's probably going to show up in the Squirrel Girl movie because it would only make sense to make him the main villain of that movie because it would just be so preposterous. But anyway, this is a really cool book to own. It's an early reprint of the first appearance of Mephisto. It's going to go for $40. Mike, what's up, brother? Mike and I were hanging out in Phoenix last weekend. He's the man. He's got his own show on Whatnot. You guys all know Mike Collins. Mike's also doing like all kinds of other stuff too. He's like wrapping cars and doing all kinds of stuff and working his butt off in the hot weather out in Phoenix. So he's the man. Appreciate you being here, brother. Hope you're enjoying those comics I lugged over. He had a big order. Like these many books, and I was like lugging them around. It's like, detach the stone of shame and attach the stone of triumph. And like that was me at the airport. I was like, motherfucker, and it was a huge haul. And then getting the books to the convention floor. God bless Jim Noble, whose stuff I've stocked up on and I'm going to be selling tonight because he's the man. And he let me not only did he let me stay at his place because flying out to Phoenix cost me $800. I kid you not. It was such an expensive trip. So I had to, and I had to do this show because I had money in the show already from 2020. So it's either you do the show or you lose the spot. It's just how it goes. The time for refunds had passed because I wanted to do the show. Wasn't anticipating that plane tickets would go up so dramatically high. So, I flew out to Phoenix and it was just so ridiculously expensive. But I was able to cover it, and, I was able to get a lot of hookups over there because of the people that Jim introduced me to. And I just want to give a big shout out to Krista Crawford, who's got a really great Kickstarter going right now. And if anybody can help me find it, I believe it's called The Wolf and I. And when we go into the commercial break, I'll drop it in here. And we're going to have her on Kickin' It soon. But both her and her husband, Steven, and we're just so delightful and so accommodating and just really wonderful people. I'm really glad to now call them friends. And, Steven's a printer. So if you're an independent comic book creator and you're looking for printing, Steven's a guy I can put you in touch with. And he's a good guy to know. And good times in Phoenix. All right. I also got Submariner number 19 here. That's going to go for $50. First appearance of Stingray. Stingray. All right. And next up, we got X-Men number 205. This looks like a BWS cover. It's going to go for $10 tonight. That's a cool book. X-Men 205. All right, up top, I got some really nice sets here. I have Batman Odyssey. The whole run of this. This is a Neil Adams run. And this is some really cool late Neil Adams work. This is stuff that he did back in 2010. And this is the whole run here of Batman Odyssey. Everything by Neil Adams. All the books. You get the full run right here. Enjoy some really great Neil Adams work for only the low price of $15. Yep, that's $15, guys. $15 on this. $1,000. No, it's just $15 on this whole set. $15 on Batman Odyssey, number 1 through 6. All right. Next up, I got Batman Return of Bruce Wayne. Yes, that's awesome. Thank you very much, Edward, for sharing that. Awesome. I love it. Thank you, guys. Support this wonderful creator. She was telling me today she's 75% funded, which is great. She's got such a great attitude. She's a doctor, and she was tabling at this show as a creator. I have no idea how this woman does all these things. She's a mother, she's a doctor, she's a creator, she's a wife. She has so many different things, and she just wears everything so gracefully. I was so impressed, and Stephen compliments her so well and is so supportive, and I love to see that family dynamic in comics. It's a really great thing. They really support each other, and Stephen is someone who really advocates for independent comics, and he's a solid dude. I really enjoyed the time I spent with them. All right, I have the Return of Bruce Wayne, Batman, number 1. Number 3. Number 4. Look, he's a cowboy. Ding, 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 ding. All right, and then we got number 5. This is Noir Batman. I'm more noir than you are, and I want justice. Swear to me you'll consider this book. And then we got Batman number 6. He's back in Gotham.
He's like, you want to talk? You ain't seen dark before, man.
This is gonna go for $15. $15 on the entire run of Batman Return of Bruce Wayne by Grant Morrison and Chris Sprouse. This was a lot of fun. That was a fun run. So it's like Bruce Wayne goes through all these periods in time to like get back to the present to become like Batman again. And this is the period when he died during Final Crisis. And it's not that he died, he was just sent back in time. And so by the time he had like, been aged, like, or by the time it was the present, he was nothing but like bones. So like, he didn't like actually die, he just aged out. So he has to fight through like the prehistoric age, and then he goes to like a different timeline, and he has to keep adapting and figuring out how to get back into his time. It's a pretty epic story because you see just how much of a survivor Batman is. And I think that's what Grant Morrison did a really good job of exploring with his run, was just how adaptable Batman is to like whatever scenario he's in, whatever like weird, strange situation, cosmic or not cosmic. Like the way his mind works is he's a survivor. That's why he's able to like think through all these things. And it's pretty dope. So we got this whole set here going for $15. Peter Kraft. All right, I got you, man. That is off to Peter. All right, JD. Well, David Moore's not here yet, so we can't air it yet. I want David Moore to be here for when we celebrate him. He needs to show up. He needs to stop running and show up. He's probably busy, and if he is, then he'll see it later. I'll save it for another episode. I'll message him during the break. Okay, the next run I got here is awesome. It's freaking awesome. Peter, how you doing, by the way, man? It's been a while. We are in the presence of David Anthony Kraft's cousin, and Peter and Dak, have been. I think the word is they're not estranged, but they hadn't been in communication for a long time. And I remember it was around the time that Dak visited Chicago that I noticed I saw that there was someone on his list, on his friends list, named Peter Kraft. And I had never seen anybody before from Dak's family because he never really spoke about his family very much. I mean, he spoke about his dad a lot, but he didn't really talk much about his mother. He actually saw his mother die in front of him when he was 9 years old. So, I always knew to respect his boundaries, kind of a thing. But as soon as I saw Peter Kraft come into his life, I was like, oh, that's interesting. I didn't know Dak had family. And after a while, Dak told me that Peter had reached out to him, and eventually Peter went and visited Dak out in Screamer Mountain, and Dak, really was happy to meet him, and he was just over the moon about it. So I'm glad you guys got to meet. That's really good. That's really sweet. You got to, connect with your family a little bit, and that meant the world to him. And I knew it because him and I talked about it, and after you left. So, all right, we got Vision here. Vision number 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I don't think I showed them off yet. Got wrapped up in my story there. So we got Vision 1, Vision 2, Vision 3, and Vision 4. Vision is going to go for $16 tonight. 16 big ones on Vision 1 through 4. That's the whole run of Vision. Computer guy, that guy who's the computer. Computer nerd guy. So lots of stuff is about to happen with Yisun Shin. Yisun Shin's actually been picked up by a publisher. The solicitation for the first issue is not going to come out for a while, but we're going to Kickstarter very soon. But I am in a very troubled situation because I'm now completely out of issue 1 of Yisun Shin. I can't really do I can't get books in enough time between now and my next show because there's just a paper shortage and all kinds of stuff going on. So I need to submit my files sooner rather than later. So tomorrow I'm actually going to take time to take care of that. And I might actually be kind of going easy on my sales shows over the next couple of weeks just because I got that going on and construction on my new house and moving around. And I want to get books out in time for my next convention because Shin is still what pays the bills for me. So, but that's going to change now. I'm going to be working with another publisher and selling for them, and I'll make the announcement very soon. I just gotta kind of wait for official reasons. Like, it's at this point it would be unofficial. I just want to, wait until that extra step is taken. Once it becomes official, I will shout it from the rooftops, and I will be clothed in a sheet of low prices on comics. Bang, 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 bang. Oh, didn't see that coming, did you? Did you? All right, so we got rid of one. We don't get rid of comics here. We deliver comics to you. All right, I got a really cool series here. All right, this is to replace that Batman we sold. Check this out. I got George Perez's full run of the Avengers. This is issue number 1. Well, it's not the full run, but it is a very full run. Issue 1, issue 2, issue 3, issue 4. This is the first Warbird, who is Carol Danvers. So Carol Danvers is Warbird. Issue 5, you got Supreme Hyperion on the cover. Squadron Supreme shows up. There's issue 6. Here's issue 7. Here's issue 8. Here's issue 9. Here's issue 10. Here's issue 11. Here's issue 12. And here's issue 13. My ask on this tonight is 75 big ones, $75 for this nice, beautiful run. Very fine on all of these books. George Perez run of the Avengers with Kurt Busiek. Check that out. All right, so we did that. I think it's time now. Okay, Spider-Woman and this one. All right, Web of Spider-Man number 8 is going to go for 15, and Spider-Woman number 1 is going for 50. We got 65 on that. You want to take both these? I'll do them at 60. I'll do them at 60 for you. You let me know, Edward. Knock $5 off for you, dude. I want to move these comics. All right, so I guess we should take a commercial break now because we're in that first block here. Am I right, JD? I think it's time for a short commercial break. But when I come back, we're gonna start building out racks. I'm gonna start off with indie comics right now. So these are all creator-owned books. We're gonna be selling them at cover price. So expect to see a lot of $5, $10, maybe even up to $20 books. All right. If you want cheaper books, let me know. I got cheaper books too. Please spread the word. Let everybody know you're watching Kicking It right now. And let's sell some comics. All right. I will see you guys in just a minute.
Thanks for tuning into The Experience. Help us out and hit subscribe over on YouTube and click the bell when you do. Need some help? Scan the QR code in the bottom corner.
Comic Collectibles is here for you every Wednesday with AR Comics for 2 very important reasons. To sell you rare, one-of-a-kind comics that you'll love, and to confuse AR with old man talk. You see, Rex and John are, how should I put this, ancient as the roots of the mountains. So every week, Rex and John fill in AR in yet another area of pop culture that he missed because he's too young, just didn't have the time, or just really doesn't care about. It's a real public service they provide. Come buy some super rare and unique comics, while old men explain long-dead sci-fi shows to a younger man making that confused puppy face. Every Wednesday from 6 to 8 Eastern with Rex, John, and AR Comics. Comic Collectibles on The Experience. Comic culture and sales.
For years, I have traveled the world slinging my creator-owned comics at the biggest and hottest cons. Now I'm busting out my personal collection of comics, toys, games, and more in order to bring the fun and excitement of con life right to your screen. There's only one place to get your comics and collectibles and chat live with the greatest showman in modern comics. So bust out your keyboard and get ready to call it in. You're watching Kickin' It With Onrie, the live shopping show.
Welcome back, everybody. All right, let's dive into this indie box I prepared for you guys. This is some awesome stuff right here. We are going to kick it off with one of my favorite comic book series from one of my favorite creators of all time. All right, I got Sapphire Spectre #1. This is the Kara Nicole variant. This is going to go for just $10 tonight, $10 on this rare variant here. And then I have the Sapphire Spectre 2. This is the Steph Wolf variant. That is going to go for $10 as well. So the pair is going to go for $20. Actually, I will drop it down to $15 because I want to move these books. So $15 gets you Sapphire Spectre #1, the Kara Nicole variant. #2, the Steph Wilson variant. Steph Wilson! Bang, 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 bang! Oh, that was great, Jake. Oh my God. This shows no crybabies. All right. Yeah, okay, so Pete, nothing new on Isunshin just yet. I have you have every single issue that has been released, but I can gladly sell you more. So just let me know if you want me to show off some more Isunshin, but nothing new has come out yet. Very soon, though, we're going to be releasing Isunshin variant covers. We're going to be putting out a brand new version of Isunshin, and then there's going to be a published version of Isunshin through the publisher I'll be working with. So lots of new Isunshin merch coming. Just hang tight, hang tight. I got this book here. It says new variant here. Big Dog Inc. General Ginger. The cover art is by Kendrick Lim. Limited edition of just 150 copies. This is going to go for $20 today. $20 on this. A Big Dog Inc. book. Yummy! All right, these next books have some brr and a lot of hey! That's why we're gonna censor the F out of it. What the F and A is going on today? Check that out. Ooh la la! Ooh la la! All right. Well, I want to make sure there's no booty on the cover. All right, this is Totally Rad Comics, Babes, Gore, and Dinosaurs #1. New variant here. Fun little read. You should see the baddies here, man. There's some big ones. This is gonna go for $20 tonight. $20 on this. You tasticle. All right. Next book we got here is Babes, Gore, and Dinosaurs. Check that out. Hollow foil cover. Schwing, schwing. Schwing, schwing, schwing. Babes, Gore, and Dinosaurs is a hologram cover. I believe this is going to go for $20. $20 on this. Need to bag and board it. Oh, I got so much TNA, you're about to you have to restrain yourself on my show. Because you will be schwing and schwing and schwing. And Onrie keeps the show PG-13. Babes, Gore, and Dinosaurs. Another variant with some big ones. The big melons. That's going to go for 20. Oh, I get one F-bomb on PG-13. It's like doing a Top Gun. It's like doing the mission in Top Gun Maverick. It's like we have to deliver 2 miracles. That's how I get to use my F-bomb. I have to Maverick the fuck out of it. So there we go. Got my F-bomb out. I'm done. Part of the covers. No, but I'll include them for free. All right, I got Babes, Gore, and Dinosaurs. Karen Nicole cover here. This is gonna go for $20. Karen Nicole variant here. That's gonna go for $20. Call it as you see it. Lots of totally rad books right now. Okay, this is really cool. This is called The Wayfarer. I did not have a chance to read this, but it's a pretty dope book. And it's put out by one of the creators that was, there is this, I'm going to tell you right now, guys, the reason why Shin was able to sell out at this show is because of the people that I was staying with. And Krista and Steven, they came up with this really wonderful strategy. And it's not a new strategy, but there's a difference between a strategy's existence and everybody's acknowledging of that strategy's existence. And then there's the actual like act of, doing it. And they came up with a really wonderful idea for a scavenger hunt where you would go visit other booths and we would give something to everybody who came by and heard our pitches. And that led to so many high dollar sales because what happened was I actually lost 5 hours of selling time while I was, at the show because I anticipated that this was going to be a 4-day show and it ended up being 3 days. So I could not leave my table. I had to just hustle because I had nothing but graphic novels to sell. I had a very huge stack of graphic novels. And because I'm not going to be able to get single issues in time, my next show is just going to be a graphic novel show. I'm planning on just sending like a very huge haul of graphic novels to Heroes Con and just blowing them out at like, a 20% mark off. And it's just we're going to have to see how it is. But what's great about it is it's teaching me how to accelerate my sales with Shin more so that I can focus on other books as well. When you pitch someone at a convention, it's not the same thing as me being here and having time to tell you guys everything. I have to be very, very fast. All these creators have to be very, very fast when it comes to pitching their work because people's attention span is so limited. You got maybe 30 seconds of people's time and then they're gone to the next thing. It's going to be very, very rare that someone's going to really empathize with you and want to hear what you have to say. You got to be quick. You got to get to the point. You got to get them you got to get them moving with your book in their hands and whatever it takes, that kind of mentality. That's indie comics. That's what all these guys got to do when they go to shows. And it's really tough when you're a creator who can't sell your own work or who doesn't want to sell his own work. It's the worst thing in the world. It's such a curse because when we get into comics, just making them alone is so much work. It is tiresome work and you're constantly judging yourself and you're constantly being judged. And, you're moving at this snail pace all the time. It's the most agonizing journey because there's so much we can do, but we're so limited by all the other things that are all the other variables, time, money, resources, all kinds of stuff. It's, even print issues like right now. So in order to survive in this field and make a living doing it, you have to be very, very aggressive and you have to be out there selling all the time, not just, at conventions, but, once you come back home and, you gotta move stuff as often as you can. It's a very delicate balancing act. And, being an independent creator who, just wants to focus on their comic book creation and then is forced to go out there and, sell their stuff, but they don't necessarily want to be they don't want to be in the spotlight. What a curse. It's a terrible thing that, it's such a restricting thing. That's like, not being able to, it's almost like not having a skill, like, or not a skill, like it's almost like not having like vision or not having like hearing or something. You know, it's tough. You know, I totally understand creators who have a really hard time getting out there and selling their stuff. It's not easy work. It's it's not always very rewarding either. But it's rewarding in the sense that if you work hard at it and you got something that you think you can sell, then, you know, you got something. And I'll tell you right now, I wouldn't be here pitching all these books here, all these creator-owned books, if I didn't believe in them. You know, I learned so much from all of my fellow creators, and they're all creative and in so many ways. And sometimes a limitation in your ability to project yourself in front of other people can be compensated through, you know, virtual appearances or through little TikTok videos or, you know, other kinds of things. So it's really great that we have those tools now, because I think that's allowed indie comics to really grow. So here's another series here that I am be aggressive. All right. Can you show those first 3 books up top real quick? All right, cool. Yes. This is Babes, Gore, and Dinosaurs. This is going to go for $20. This is Sapphire Spectre number 1, the Kara Nicole variant. That's going for $10. This is number 2. It's going for $10. So that's $20 for the pair. But if you buy them together, I'll do them for $15. And then this is a Big Dog Ink book. Got the title of it. The title is General Ginger, Kendrick Lim variant. Wayfarers. Okay, you want the naughty cover for $20. Okay, that's being called. Good. Got it. I was going on a diatribe. Brandon, still don't get to see the Perez, man! There's some great ones, man! Oh. I just had a nudie cover here. I was exposed! Canceled. All right, this next book here, I really believe in this series. I think you're going to see something really awesome happen here. And it's just such an easy sell, so I'm just doing it here. I got Badass Girl Saves the World, number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. This is going to go for $30 tonight. These are signed by the creators. Only way you're going to get these is if you go to their site, pick up their comics, support their Kickstarter, or see them at a convention. So otherwise, you can't just go to your local comic shop necessarily and buy these books. You might be able to ask your store to order it. They may contact the creator, and that, from my experience, rarely tends to happen unless the creator is aware and is making that active connection with the retailer. So this is a set here. I'm in contact with the creator, and I could probably get some more sets. So if anybody else is interested, I got you covered. I got Badass Girl Saves the World number 1 through 4, going for $30 tonight. The whole set, signed books, going for $30 tonight. $30 for Edward. Gotcha, man. My man. Give you the titties? You want the titties? All right, Edward, you get a spin on the wheel. All right, 30 and 20. You got free shipping on your order. And you got a free DC book. I'll bust out a free DC book for you. Free DC. All right. I got Rat Wars number 1, or Rat Wars number 2. Sorry, this is the Keith Garvey cover. It's going for $20. Oh, we got some daddies here. Wow, we got it. We got it all on this cover. Look, she's decapitated. No, she's not. She's just in a comfortable position. Look at the expression on her face. This is Rad Monsters, the MR gun variant going for $20. Did you see the daddies here, man? Oh, Bryce. Oh. Up, they're clothed here. Bang, 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 bang. $20 for the clothed variant of Rad Monsters. Rad Monsters, $20. Here's another one of the naked ones. We got the nudie ones. If you can imagine what staying with Jim Noble was like, it was like living with Leisure Suit Larry for 4 days. He's totally Leisure Suit Larry. It's hilarious. And he's a comic book publisher. It's great. I love Jim Noble. He is the man. He wants to. I got you. I have to be careful. I take it down. Ooh la la. I got you, brother. Thank you so much. If it wasn't for Jim, I would have had to get a hotel. And Jim let me stay at his place. I had a bed to sleep in. I had a place to shower. He was just absolutely wonderful and accommodating and introduced me to so many people. He's a great guy. He's got great comics. Pick him up. We're still going through this run here, and we're having a good time. That's Velma and Daphne. You want the dirty one or you want the clean one? If you're a good Jewish boy, you shouldn't have the dirty one. Kitty Banger 1. Oh, the next cover's got daddies on it. This one's going for $20, Keith Garvey. I'm being very careful. I'm making sure I don't cross the lines, but I'm going to need to bust out some of these Post-it notes. These Post-it notes need to go places. We got the nudie version of the same cover going for $20. Naughty nudie, $20. Oh, there's another nudie cover. Schwang, schwang. We got Rat Wars 3 going for $20, and then we got the clothed cover going for $20. Yeah, I do. No, naughty for you. You cannot be naughty. Oh, check this out. Order 69. Rat Wars number 3, the Drax Gal Arts cover. This is going to go for $20. And then we got the one with the 30s. We got the one with the 30s right here going for $20. Schwang, schwang. Schwang, schwang, schwang. Bounce, 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 bounce. All right. I got Rat Wars number 3, the Joel Souza cover, going for $20. Ooh, I'm just making sure I didn't like flash any nudity here. $20 on these variants. And by the way, this is awesome stuff. If you're into that kind of thing, I tend to enjoy it. I get a good laugh out of it. Jim's got a great sense of humor. His books are meant to be fun. If you're reading his stuff, then you understand the audience for it, and it's fun. It's comics. Comics is for everybody. It's for absolutely everybody. Uncle Onrie is not going to judge you. Uncle Onrie supports your need to see the big daddies. All right, let's keep going here. We got... Oh, we don't have a label on this. Rat Wars 3, the CB Zane cover. So this is the daddy one, and this is the one without the daddies. Well, actually, there's still the daddies there, but they're covered up. Wow. Slave Leia is coming up next. And you gotta believe it, I'm gonna need all these bad boys. Because we got some titties we gotta make sure we don't show off. I got Totally Rat Wars number 3, the MR gun cover. I got a couple of these, the nutty ones. Schwang, $20 on all of these. And I have Rat Wars 2, another Keith Garvey cover. That one is $20. They're all $20 books. Where's that? The Rainbow Lightsabers thing is awesome. I actually kind of like that. I dig it. Oh, there's the other one. We got a whole run of totally rad books here. You want the 30s? All right, so you want one? Are we? Oh boy, are we claiming one? Let me know, Edward. I got it off to the side for you if you want it. All right, so the next book here is The Wayfarer. I don't know what this book is about. I haven't read it, but it was done by my neighbor, one of my neighbors at the con. It's Carl Dutchen, and he was one of the creators at the show. Actually, I think it was created by him. I remember me, it was Travis, but I think he went by Dutch. I don't remember. We didn't really talk, but I walked by his table and I'm like, you were on the scavenger hunt with me. You're a cool dude. I got a lot of sales because I'm picking up your book. So I got his first issue here, going for $5 tonight. Check it out. Tell me what you think about it. Onrie Comics, I got you. All right. Okay. Wayfarer. Which one is the Wayfarer? Let me know. Which one was that? This?
Isn't the one you just showed?
Oh, wait. There we go. Mike. Sorry. JD's like, oh my God. Yeah, an idiot! You're a stupid moron! All right, so Edward, we're calling that. All right. Yes. Okay, he's calling it. All right. Excellent. Just making sure. I always want to make sure. All right. Awesome. Wayfarer is off. I'm so happy about that. The next book we got here is freaking amazing. This is one of my favorite comics of all time. Oh my God, I love this series. Nightwolf Volume One. This is by my man, Rob Malteri. And it's basically like Teen Wolf meets Highlander by like way of like maybe I think it's just a combination of those two concepts. Teen Wolf meets Highlander. That's really the best way to put it. So it's about this kid who's like popular in high school. He's like, good at sports and everything. He's got the hot girlfriend and everything. And he finds out he's a werewolf. And he's not just a werewolf. There's like a big, huge war going on that he's now in the middle of. And he's like 18 years old. So he comes home and he sees his parents are murdered. He becomes a wolf. He starts fighting these other wolves. And then he's rescued by another wolf who is now going to teach him how to become a werewolf and survive. And her name is Snowpawn. Rob just launched the series earlier last year. And he brought Mog Park on. I think they connected when I had Rob on for a virtual signing for Nightwolf. So that was kind of cool. That the collaboration started from there. That was awesome. And yeah, Snowpaw is a great series as well, but Nightwolf is really where it all begins. And I have 3 copies left of the trade here, and this is going to go for $30 tonight. So I got 3 copies going for $30 a piece on Nightwolf Volume One, and then to accompany that, we have Nightwolf number 5. Each copy is going to go for $5 and is signed by Rob Multeri. So 3 and 3, sorry, 15 and 5, sorry, 30 and 5, that would be 35 for the set. Pogmark. Mog's my sister. Check this out. I'm going to show you guys something right now. So last year I was kind of like trying to deal with Dak's passing in my own kind of neurotic way, and I hired Mog to do this commission for me because I thought it would be a cool kind of like variant cover for Isu Shin. And by the time I finished it, I was like, I don't think this can work as a cover. So we met at the show. I paid her for the work, and I appreciated what she dealt with because it's kind of hard for me. It was really asking her to go outside of what she normally does. But by the end of everything, we settled up and everything was fine. And I enjoyed working with her very much, and I will work with her again. But we just both kind of looked at this when I came to their booth, and they said, we just don't think we can sell this either. And I'm like, well, I can't possibly sell this. And they're like, well, we're going to give it to you. So you can sell it if you want. And I was like, I'll cut you in. And they're like, no, keep it. And I'm like, no, I'm going to keep this. So I'm keeping this now. But this is a really cool piece that they did here. It's like a cool samurai thing here. It's like a picture of me and Dak up there. And that was going to be like a cover for Isu Shin 10. But they gave me the original art, so now I'm getting a frame for it, and I'm going to hang it up. And I didn't get to really hang out with Mog and Mel and Anvu over the course of the weekend because I was just so busy manning my booth, trying to get that 100 convention sellouts. It was never anything personal. And then in the evenings, we were all tied to different parties and groups and things like that. So sometimes it just is how things work at the convention scene. Sometimes we all go out, sometimes we don't. Sometimes things work out, sometimes they don't. Yeah, that is a really cool piece. You like that, Peter? That's awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna have it framed, and I'm gonna hang it up. I got this cool little shrine here to honor Dak, so it's really cool. It's been really kind of tough because we really were very close outside of just working on Yi together. I mean, we'd worked together for such a long time, and we were just very good friends. He was the kind of guy I would have like gone to the bar with every weekend. You know what I mean? Like that's how tight we were. We just lived in different states. So, but we enjoyed working together very much. It was a great working relationship. He was totally like, it was totally like a Maverick Goose type of thing. But I don't like ever saying he was Goose. But I did respect the hell out of him because he'd be shaking his fist right now because Dak, he wanted to live forever. He was planning on being here. He was like, I'm gonna outlive you too, boy. It's like that kind of thing. I love that attitude. The optimist. That was Dak. I love it. All right, I got Stormy number 1. This is by my boy Doug Brown. He's a creator from Texas. I'm going to actually see him next month at Comic Palooza. I'm going to be shacking up with Jen King out there and helping her out at her booth. And she's going to give me booth space to sell Isu Shin because I got some books that are stuck out in Texas right now. So I do have issues 1 through 4 available for like one show and possibly like another one. But as of right now, I don't think I need to conserve those issue 1s until I can actually get the book back to press. So I'm going to be going pretty heavy on graphic novels coming up. So if you guys are interested in picking up these Shin graphic novels or want me to pitch them to you, let me know. And we will have single issues in stock soon. It's just a matter of figuring out what's going on with the paper shortage and possibly processing the order faster so that we can get a quicker fulfillment. All right, so Stormy number 1 here is about a rock star. She's like very, very famous, and some controversy that suddenly befalls her that changes her life forever. What happens is she ends up going to jail for something that she didn't do, and it was just like a big misunderstanding. And when she goes to jail, she gets abused really, really badly because a lot of people recognize her and just start taking advantage of her because they know who she is. So it's like she's this very famous and well-known person, but the police like throw her in jail very aggressively. She gets beaten really, really badly and is just thrown back out into the world. And Doug, he really researched the world of celebrities because this kind of stuff tends to happen to people who are very famous. And we don't think about it because why would we? But like the art in this book really reminds me of like Gary Frank. It's really violent. It's really like raw. It's such a good book. I love Stormy so much. And I contacted Doug and I asked him, Doug, can I buy a couple copies off of you? I'd love to have some copies of your book. And he was like, yeah, sure. So we got Stormy number 1, and it is going to go for $10 today for Stormy number 1. And they're all signed. So there's only 100 of these. So this is number 15 of 100. This is number 100 of 100, 16 of 100, 55 out of 100. And then this one wasn't numbered, but it's going to go for $10. Phil, what's up, man? Good to see you, my brother. Yeah. I'm sorry, Edward. That sucks, man. Life is such a precious thing. You know what else is precious? Your comic book collection. Okay, I got you, Edward. 100 of 100 is yours. $10. Stormy number 1. All right, other really cool indie book we got for sale tonight. I got Red Talon by Keller. Let's find out his first name. Kenneth Keller, sorry. I met this guy at Tampa a while ago. And I meant to have him on for a virtual signing, but I don't do virtual signings anymore. I decided to focus more on crowdfunding. So that's, well, actually the direction Kyle wanted me to go as well. So we made this decision for Onrie to go in that direction. It was a wise decision. I like listening to Kyle. Good things happen when you listen to Kyle. Things happen when you listen to Kyle. All right, I got Red Talon number 1. That is going to go for $5. I have 3 copies of it, and I also have 3 copies of issue number 2, going for $5, and $5 on Red Talon number 3. If you get all 3 issues, you got a set of 1 through 3. It's going to go for $15 for the set. Call it as you see it. These books are signed by the creator. Good luck finding these at your local comic shop. This, Stormy, Nightwolf, all this stuff right here. You got to go to the cons or those specific dealers to get those books. All right? That's how this works. Never listen to Kyle. I pity the fool that don't listen to Kyle. All right, I got The Unbelievable Fantastics. This is the origin issue part 1. And it is going to go for $6. Look at this. Fem this, fem that. Fem schwing, fem schwang. This looks like it's a lot of fun. Creators look like they're having a lot of fun. They're making the kind of comics they themselves want to read. $6 on this. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 copies. $6 a pop. Call it as you see it. Support them, Indie Comics. Indie. $15 for Red Talon. Nice call, Pete. That's a real good one, man. You're gonna like this. Excellent call. Supporting Indie Comics. Peter, you get a spin of the wheel. My good man. Save 5% on your order. All right. Thomas Bishop. Yes, it is, sir. Thomas, we got to get squared up, buddy. When's that going to happen, man? All right. Let's see. Ah, man. I guess we haven't seen him yet. Well, I'm going to tell you guys right now. JD, you're going to have to reverse the protocol on that video here. But the next purchase we have here is going to be who my sales crew is. If we can't, congratulate David Moore on this show. So I don't know where he is right now. I've been reaching out to him to see if he's here. I got something for him and I wanted to present it on the show. No, I'm not going to propose to him tonight. I'm married. Come on. All right, I got this awesome book here by a creator that was on Kickin It, the crowdfunding show. He was my second guest. His name was Armand Nassim. He has the same name as my nephew, Armand. But he's actually not from Central Asia. He's actually from, I think he's Pacific Islander. But he's a really solid kid. This guy is out there busting his chops. He's making books that he wants to make, getting those print orders in quickly, taking care of fulfillment as fast as possible, and just totally killing it. And I backed this Kickstarter literally like a month ago, and I got the books in my hands already. I got them right here, right now. That's how fast this guy is turning things over right now. He understands this business. He understands how to build on the Kickstarter thing, and he's just going aggressive. I'm telling you, you guys are going to see this kid blow up. He is going to make me look like such a chump, and everybody will be like, 100 conventions? Who cares about that? This kid is killing it on Kickstarter. Trust me when I tell you this, all right? This guy is going to lap me by miles. You'll see it. These young kids, they're going to just take over the world. And I totally support him. This kid is awesome. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 copies of Elixir Number 1. And I believe this is kind of like a anime style book. I mean, the art in here is just absolutely sick. I haven't had a chance to read this yet. But this is just really solid stuff here. This is awesome. He's got a price point of $6 on this, so we're going to keep it that way. That's something I'm going to honor here is the cover price on the book, $6. Again, you can only get these books through Kickstarters and through the Kickstarters that he does for those particular books. And keeping your production process going consistently as an independent creator, very tricky thing to do. Very, very hard. Innovation is what grows this business, guys. And when I see guys who are really trying to figure it out on a whole new level, it's something to learn, and it's something to observe. So $6, we got 10 copies of it. Call it as you see it. This is some really cool stuff. Elixir Number 1, on for $6. We got 10 copies of it. 10 copies of it. Call it as you see it. Okay, Elixir is up to Edward. Beautiful. Indie Comics Night. Totally slaying it. I love it. This is amazing. Thank you so much. Am I gonna show more titties? I think I might have some. The titties are hiding somewhere, let me tell you. I have Wolverine issue number 2, Thief of Impossible Objects. Cool looking book. It looks real smart. See, it's pretty smart. It's going for $5. Call it as you see it. Don't be an idiot to miss it. Because I only got one copy of it. And it may not be easy for me to get more copies because I don't know what the print situation is for this book. You're going to have to contact the creator and find out. Next book I got here is Nomad the Unconquerable. This is from my man. Oh, dude, I love this guy. Nomad. This is put out by my man. His name is. He's one of my good friends. I love this guy. I love this guy so much. I forgot his name. Gosh, why is his name? Where's the credit? Credit yourself for your book, son. Andrew Caffrey. Sorry, Andrew's awesome. I love this guy. His name slipped my mind for a moment, but I've known Andrew since I want to say 2017. Yeah, 2017. He was across from me over at MegaCon, and he was just working his butt off. And then I saw him at other shows, and he just was aggressive, always getting out there and pushing his stuff. And this guy is one of the fiercest people on the floor of a convention. He is excellent. His books are fantastic. And Nomad the Unconquerable is a book that totally lives up to his character. His his stuff. He is freaking awesome. I should actually talk to him about doing like a War Lion Nomad crossover. That would be freaking dope. Two gods just beating the crap out of each other. It'd be really dope. So we got Nomad the Unconquerable. Issues 2 of 3 and 3 of 3. I'm missing 1 of 3, but if you guys want, you can contact Andrew and buy the issue 1. That's going to help him out so much. So even if I don't have a full set of something, that doesn't mean, hey, don't support the creator. I mean, support the creator because you can go and buy their stuff. And I know you want something, complete, and he can probably fulfill that for you very easily. And he wants to fulfill it for you. So I got this set here, and I'm going to make it real easy for you guys. These books are going for $10 a piece, so $20 for the set. Normally, I'll do them both for $15 right now. $15 on the set, saving you $5. Get that other issue from them. You're pretty much paying a convention price on that whole series. If I was going to show them my 30s, no, I'm not showing them my 30s. Not unless he wants to see my 30s. If he wants to see my 30s, he's just going to say, Henry, show me the 30s. I have Alchemist number 0. This is from my man, TJ Sterling. This dude is a hustler. It totally just annihilates on the convention floors. Like, this guy is one of the best salesmen out there. And I say salesman in the sense that so different. Selling your own comic book is not like selling a car. It's not like selling a BS stock, okay? I mean, certainly it can be, I guess, if you want it to be, but you're not going to get very far selling that way. In comics, it's all about the passion, and it's all about the art and the story and everything. And if you're not invested in that book, you're not going to be able to sell it. In fact, I was on a sales call today with the publisher I'm going to be working for, and they said the same thing. If I don't like a book, I don't try and sell it. And that's something, to be very mindful of, is that making comics is not an easy thing, especially when you know what you're up against, So when I see creators doing stuff like this is awesome. If you're a fan of like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and the Avengers, this is your book right here. And you're like, what? How do you combine the two? All right. So the idea of this book is the Power Ranger guys, they're the bad people. They're the bad guys. And the good guy is the big, ugly, monster-looking dude who looks like an alien. He's the good guy. And it's a total role reversal, and it's really dope. I got issues 0 and 1. I'm going to do 10 for each or 15 for both. Call it as you see it for Oculus, number 0 and number 1. That's a really cool series. And then I got Gru the Wanderer, number 2, for $2. Indie Comics. Still Indie Comics. Clovis, number 0. This is like about the environment and like stuff. And it's going to go for like $10, signed by the creator. Miles Greb is awesome. I love this guy. Check out the art in these books. This is just some absolutely gorgeous stuff. Now, I haven't read Clovis, or I had read Clovis, but this is just one of those books that like really belongs at like a publisher like Dark Horse or Scout or, you know, Image. Just, his stuff really deserves a home. Clovis is fantastic. It's going to go for $10 tonight. $10 on Clovis. I have some Freestyle Comics. Now, this dude right here, he's the original gangster of comic sales. This dude is the freaking man. All right. I love this guy. I got Freestyle Comics here from Mike Watson. This dude's got his own channel. He is somebody that I studied a lot when the pandemic first started, and I watched what he was doing very closely. And I learned so much from that guy. And he's always willing to have a conversation. He wants to talk to you. He wants to learn. He wants to grow. And he's not the kind of guy that, is going to shy away from trying something. I've learned so much from him. He's absolutely fantastic. I love the guy. All right. I have a couple of his comics here. I have Heroes International number 1. This is the A cover. It is going to go for $10. I have Sourcebook number 1. That is going to go for $10. And I have Vigilance number 1. That is going to go for $10. 10 a piece on those. Heroes International, Sourcebook, and Vigilance. Next up, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 copies left of Fire Bitch number 1 from Kara Nicole. This is the 1A cover signed by Kara. It's going to go for $15. I got 5 copies of Fire Bitch. You want to see them 30s? There's some 30s, and that will do. I have Embodiment number 1. This is put out by my man, Dan Emerson. I love this guy. Such a hardworking dude. He's a photographer, and he's also comic book creator, and he's just absolutely fantastic. And he's doing some really cool sci-fi stuff. He's got a book out there, and he's so kind. He put a color ad in his book for Freeze and Shin. He's just absolutely fantastic. And he told me that I was a mentor to him. And I don't believe that I'm a mentor to anyone, but hearing him say that is a genuine compliment. He's a really wonderful guy. So Embodiment is going to go for $10. $10 tonight. I have Enid, The Rule of Mind, because it's signed by the creator, of course. And good luck getting that book anywhere else. But if you're interested in getting more copies, let me know. I got you. Or better yet, Dan's got you. Go support him. Go hit him up and let him know you need it. Dan Emerson. Yes, Edward, I think you did get Fire Bitch from me. I remember you picking that up. I have Enid, The Rule of Mine. Number 1. This is a cool book. This is going to go for $10. Looks like a fantasy book. Well, there's a description on the back, but the cover is really dope. Inatu Knisk is a jaded soldier in search of a peaceful, fresh start. Alas, he finds himself in Athia, a country born out of conflict raised by it, and soon to return to it. Athia is led by Queen Ilaria Shadun, a woman who was raised to rule. Alongside her husband, King Julius Caesar, she's seeking to legitimize her country after decades of war. Though unbeknownst to any of them, an ancient war has reached its next flashpoint. Interesting concept here. I don't want to open this book because I'm worried about the plastic. I'll just open it up. Just open it up already! Come on! What is this? Velvet? Whoa, this book looks great. Holy mackerel. Holy Jesus! This is a great book. Good old Stan. Jesus! This is some really amazing stuff here, guys. I have not read this book, but honestly, the production value on this is sensational. Look at this art. Black and white. There's so much to be said about black and white. And honestly, the print quality on this book is just absolutely fantastic. I am asking for $10 on Enid. I only have one copy. If you guys pick this up, I can reach out to the creator and get more. I want to be able to do that. I like to stock indie comics, and I like to sell indie comics. Call it as you see it. I got you covered. Enid Vocasalina. I got a Gasolina thing coming up for you guys. All right. Well, JD, you're gonna have to air the first commercial. It's time to air the not the other one. The furniture one. This is gonna be my new Salesforce team.
Pizza 209-477-2677.
Pizza.
So that's why I wanted to congratulate David Moore today, because he opened up his own pizza restaurant. He hasn't showed up yet. We're already like deep into the second hour of the show. I can't believe it. My gosh, we didn't even take a. Where'd the time go? Dang it! We didn't air any commercials. This is terrible. This is terrible. I got him. I got him already. Don't forget the tortilla. The tortillas. He wants a tortilla. I don't eat tortillas. I'm Jewish. I got Elysian Fields by Nine Realms Publishing. This is basically like, what is this? It is basically, it's about Achilles going to like hell and like, or like the underworld and like fighting a bunch of like demons and stuff and like other gods. He's like fighting through all the like different gods and stuff. It's kind of like pretty epic. It is going to go for $20. I have 3 copies of this cover. This is the A cover. And the B cover is badass. Oh my God, this thing is awesome. It's freaking amazing. Check out this B cover. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these. That B cover is awesome. 20 on that as well. For Elysian Fields. Elysian Fields! You'll be in the field of lesions. You need some pizza. Pizza. I go to David Moore's Pizza. David's Pizza. As you can imagine, I've watched that commercial many times now. All right, next up, I got some cool like Twilight Zone type books. This is a one-shot called The Macabre Motel. This is by my man Frank Martin. It's a great book. I've had Frank on for Kicking It a bunch of times, and I've bought these books from him. They're signed, and Macabre Motel is basically like about this guy who comes to this motel and all this like weird stuff starts to happen. And it's not like overly weird to the point where at the end of it, you're like freaked out. You're just like, whoa, that's weird. And it's a cool book. I liked it very much. I got 2 copies left going for $10. Had a bunch more and they all sold. That's the thing about my indie books. They sell very fast. My indie books do not sit. You guys have seen a lot of indie books move tonight. Modern Godhood. I got 2 copies of this. This is another like one shot about like gods and stuff. This is going to go for just $5. And I'm sorry, Macabre Motel is going for $5 as well. That's a $5 book as well. So both those books are $5 a piece. Motel. And I'm going to do that for you at 5, Peter. That's the proper price. See, I marked it already. It should be 5, not 10. Okay, hotel sold out. Edward, I got you. Wow, we're having such a wonderful night for independent comics. This, guys, I just want to let you know I love you all so much. Thank you so much for we haven't pitched we haven't built a board with any Marvel or DC stuff tonight. I was actually really worried that I wouldn't have enough stuff to cover the last 2 hours with. I'm really glad to see independent comics selling. We're having such a good night that I might stay on a little bit longer just because I don't know when I'm going to be on the air next. So if we end the show tonight at 11, I might do another show on my channel. We'll see if it's necessary. But I have so much stuff I want to show you guys. We haven't even gotten to the FOMO books yet. Is it because we didn't get to commercial breaks? We didn't get to end the commercials, you moron! You're the furniture one. That's going to be my new sales team right here.
Frankie and Johnny Furniture is having a sale. Right now, you can buy 3 complete rooms of furniture for only $699 with only $250 down. Just $50 down on select items will put you in a great bedroom set or living room set today with no problem. All senior citizens get a 10% discount. Bad credit or no credit, no problem. Are you on welfare or Social Security? Are you newlyweds? No problem. Come see us.
I say, this is Frankie and Johnny's, a place that lets you have it with no problem.
I'd like to buy a bedroom set.
Do you have any credit?
No, I receive Social Security and welfare.
You have to see the special man.
Let her have it. With no problem.
I like to buy a living room set.
Do you have any credit?
No, I filed bankruptcy.
You have to see the special man.
Let her have it. With no problem.
I say, see Frankie and Johnny, he's the credit man in town. For only $50 down, he can put you in a living room set, a bedroom set today. See the special man.
I got the $50.
Let her have it. With no problem.
I got it with no problem.
I want to make an infomercial like that. Oh my god. Oh, where's David? More! All right. He must be busy tonight. I miss my man. I actually got something for him. I wanted to present it to him on the air. All right. I got Amazonia #1. Now, this book is done by Joe McPhee. Joe McPhee is a creator who currently has a Kickstarter going, and he is a frequent shopper with me, and he is awesome. And Amazonia is basically about this superhero who goes back to her hometown and tries to start a new life. And it's kind of weird because she has all this drama that is carried on from her superhero career. And she's this very tall, voluptuous woman. It's kind of like She-Hulk. And it's a really great series. Joe illustrates it, colors it, and letters it himself. And he has an editor that's very, very hard on him, he says. So he knows that the story he's telling is something that works, and he's very proud of his work, and he spends a lot of time on his work, and I'm proud as hell of him. He's got a great Kickstarter campaign going right now, He's going to be a guest on my show tomorrow. I'm so excited to see my friend because I rarely get a chance to actually talk with him. When we see each other at cons, Joe is so busy selling his stuff because when he goes to conventions, he's knowingly operating at a loss. Because for him, it's about the experience of just being there with his fans and connecting with them. And he's a wonderful human being. He's a really, really wonderful human being. When I first started Kicking It, he was one of my first patrons. He's been shopping with me a long time, and it's an honor to pitch his book. So I got Amazonia #1. If you want the rest of the series, go support the Kickstarter right now. He's going to be a guest on Kicking It tomorrow, so be sure to check him out. Amazonia #1. This is a variant or a sketch, blank sketch variant. These normally sell for $10. I'm going to do it for $5 right now. And then I have the first printing here, or sorry, the 10th anniversary edition of issue 1. $5 on that. I'm going to honor the $5 cover price of Joe's books. So $5 for Amazonia #1. Amazonia #1. Do you want the blank sketch variant, Peter, or do you want the 10th anniversary cover? Let me know. I got one of the blank sketch. Both. Okay, got it. 5 and 5. Amazonia. Yeah, go support his Kickstarter. If someone could drop a link for Joe's Kickstarter, that would be fantastic. I would really appreciate it. Amazonia #7 is up on Kickstarter right now. We'll drop that link in there. Support the creators. Give them some of your money. Check them out. I love these people. These are my brothers and sisters in comics. We all work together. We're all trying to make our way in this crazy world of comics. All right, the next book I got here is something I picked up from Mad Cave Studios. This is some badass stuff here. If you guys like Eastern Shin and you like samurai slashing stories and all this stuff, I highly recommend picking up Honor and Curse. This is basically like samurai, mysticism, all that kind of stuff here. And it looks freaking dope. This is some really awesome stuff here. Honor and Curse. I have volumes 1 and 2 going for $18 a pop. So that is $36 for the pair. I'll do it for $35. Just knock a buck off. $35 for Honor and Curse volumes 1 and 2. And here's the beautiful part. I don't just have one set. I've got 3 sets of Honor and Curse volumes 1 and 2 going for $18 a pop. $18 a pop on both of these books. Call it as you see it. This is a great deal on some really nice, brand new graphic novels here. Honor and Curse for $35 goes to Pete. Got you, Peter. Peter's doing great tonight. You got free shipping and he saved 5% on his order. Look at that, Peter. Let's build a box, my man. Thank you, Edward. Thank you very much. You could draw some 30s on the covers. I swear, if I can find the person who created that commercial for the furniture shop, I would totally hire them. That would be my sales team. Did Peter get a spin? Yeah, he did. He got 5% off. Everybody who picked stuff up has gotten their wheel spin so far. So we're good. The next book I got here is Guano Guy. This is kind of like a satire book here. And I have issues 1, 2, and 3. And I am going to do the set here for $20. And I really love this creator. He's such a fantastic guy. Mark Darden. I did an interview with him, and that's actually how I found out about him, and I backed his Kickstarter campaign. And he just had so much fun with these books, and he just did such a great job with everything, the art and storytelling. I mean, like, you could tell this guy had fun with it. But this comic really means something to him too. He's an air traffic control guy too. He's hilarious. Awesome dude. And it's really interesting to see what other people do for a living outside of comics, right? So for me, I love this business. This business is pretty much all I know. And I still have so much to learn about it, but it's really where I want to be. And it's not easy being in this business and having to kind of prove yourself. You know, it's tough being in that area. But the one thing I will say is it's incredibly inspiring to see how people are carrying on all these other responsibilities while still making comics and still making quality comics. Makes you think, maybe I do have some extra time to do that extra thing. This is going to go for $20 tonight. $20 on this set. Actually, is it $20 on the set? Sorry. Four, and okay, the prices go up. Okay. I'm going to do these for 10 a pop, just to keep it simple. $10 a pop, so $30 on the set. Also, I don't know, those look like limited print runs on Guano Guy. Ed? All right, cool. Hey, Eddie, did you see how big a daddy's worth? All right, the last graphic novel I have here from our indie selection tonight is Leg Buzz Juke Joint. This is done by C.W. Thayer and Ron Milt. Sorry, Ron. I love these guys. I know them from the from conventions. They were my neighbors at a number of shows. They're a real big inspiration to me. Reggie Dubois travels to the famous crossroads in Mississippi in 1939 to make a deal with the devil to be the greatest bluesman the world has ever seen. As with every deal with the devil, the deal fails to live up to his expectation. Like Buzz, Juke Joint chronicles the evolution of American music from its roots in the blues in the 1930s to today, including the mysticism surrounding those origins. This is going to go for $20, and I have 3 copies of it. I'm going to show you some of the interior artwork. These guys totally slay at conventions. They sell so many of their books. They're such hard workers. I love them. And you got it signed by both the writer and artist. These guys are on the road constantly, pushing their comics, living the rock star life of a comic book creator. It's awesome. They're doing great. Great group of guys. These are. All right, so that looks. Oh, actually, we're not done yet. I have Cthulhu is Hard to Spell by Russell Nolte. This is an anthology that he put together. He published. It's actually done by a bunch of creators. It's got a foreword by Dirk Manning in it, and there's all kinds of wonderful stories in here. This is going to go for $40. And I have Cthulhu is Hard to Spell, The Terrible Twos. This is like a kid's book too, kid-friendly book. So we're going to do the pair here for $80. 40 and 40 is 80 on those hardcovers. Loop Joint for Mike. Loop Joint, Leg Buzz, Joint for Mike. I'm thinking about it right now. These guys just sell graphic novels. They don't really sell single issues. The price they're selling their book at is exactly what I plan to sell you some graphic novels. I've never tested myself at a convention to see just how many graphic novels I could sell if I just focused on graphic novels. I always had the single issues to kind of help balance things out. I remember when I first released the graphic novel, my initial expectation for the graphic novel was that it was going to replace the need for my single issues. That as soon as I had all those graphic novels, I wouldn't need single issues anymore. And I later discovered how much of a mistake that was at the first show that I was selling the graphic novel at. So when I was at the show, C2E2, it was the first time I was like releasing the graphic novel of Shin, and I was so proud of this book. I mean, Dak and I just worked so freaking hard on Shin, Warrior and Defender, and finally getting this book. I mean, imagine this being stuck in your head for 5 years, wondering if it would ever exist, wondering if you'd ever be able to hold it in your hands, and wondering if it would live up to your own expectations. And I was so proud of this work, everything that we did together, Dak and I. I am just absolutely blown away by it. And I went to my first convention with this book, and I led with the graphic novel. And I ended up only selling 7 graphic novels that day. And during the show, I realized that I had my single issues still, and I'm like, those sold really well. So I referred back to the single issues. That was sort of like my bread and butter, because closing someone on a $10 deal is a lot easier than a $25 deal. And when you're a creator out there slinging your stuff all day, you're taking those rejections on a $20 item on like a Friday. That can really just kill your Friday and really make it kind of like a situation where you may not be able to survive the rest of the weekend, kind of a thing. So you got to kind of have these like hot flare deals in order to kind of like incentivize. You got to come up with all kinds of things in order to kind of like make it seem new and fresh, and like you want to be a part of this. So I think I'm going to try and sell a fat stock of graphic novels. I'm not sure how many graphic novels. I don't think this stuff is ever recorded, because like, let's say a dealer brings 50 long boxes to a show. A dealer at a convention is going to sell through about 25 long boxes a show. I've heard dealers tell me that they can clear through a lot of inventory at a show. 25 long boxes at a show is way more than 1,500 comics or 1,000 comics. But there's a huge difference. One, those books have been priced, and it's they're put out there, but people understand what they're buying when it comes to those books. No one has to pitch it to them. They're either looking for that book or they're not looking for that book. There is work put into it, but it's a very different kind of work than being an independent creator and getting out there and actually telling people about what you do and actually getting them invested in your story at the ground level. So it'll be interesting to see how my skills have improved over the years. So I think I'm going to try and bring like 100 graphic novels of the Warrior and Defender, and 100 Fallen Avenger graphic novels, and then like 100 copies of Marks, and see if I could do like 300 graphic novels at a show. That'll be really dope. Anyway, I got Shin, Warrior and Defender, the first graphic novel here, going for $25 today, so $25 on that. And I also have the Fallen Avenger graphic novel going for $25 as well. However, if you buy them as a set right now, I will take $10 off and offer the same deal that I would offer at a con, because I want you to have the book and I want to pass the savings on to you. Some of you guys can't get out to cons, and I am here for you guys around the clock. You get both Shin graphic novels, $40. Signed right here on the show. Right here on the show. I'll do it right here, right now. Go ahead. All right, next up, I got Floppy Cop. This is a really cool graphic novel from my man, Dan Doherty, and it is signed by Mr. Doherty as well. I got volumes 1 and 2 of Floppy Cop. And Floppy Cop is about a cop who doesn't have a spine, but you don't need to have balls to have a spine. What was it he said? You don't have to have a spine to have. You don't need to have a spine to have balls. Sorry. Dan Doherty's like always. He's crazy. I give him crap at conventions all the time. So he worked on Marks, A Tale of Neglect. That's the story of my grandfather's life. And when I know Dan's at a convention, I'm always going to kick people over to him to get them to sign Marks. But anyway, here's something that's really cool. I always give him a really hard time. I'll sometimes direct people to his booth, and I'll be like, yeah, he's wanted for banging horses in 3 different states. He's not allowed to come back over there. And he's like, You talking smack about me again? He like writes me he like creates little cartoons to like get back at me because he's like so fumed about it because I own his ass at conventions. And I'm just like, I like just drive by with them insults. Drive by with them insults. That Doherty ain't got shit on me. I'll take two big 30s. I have nudity in my graphic novels too, I'll have you know. There's lots of 30s in Houston Shin. Can't have Houston Shin without them 30s. Floppy cop. Fill them titties. Fill them books on your 30s. $20 a pop. Get the first 2 volumes for $40. I got 2 pairs of that. And then I got the Flaming Carrot comics from Bob Burden. Don't burden me with your Bob questions. Flaming Carrot. This is the guy who created Mystery Men, which was adapted to a film. He also created the Flaming Carrot. And here's a collection of his work. It collects issues 1, 2, 4 through 11, 25 through 27. It is signed and remarked by Bob Burden. And I have only 2 copies of it. And each one is going to go for $50 tonight, $50 on Flaming Carrot Comics Omnibus Volume 1. And we're not reading your comment. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Good Lord. What a great show tonight. What a great show tonight. All right, so that's our indie showcase. I guess I should show off Mark's A Tale of Neglect as well. Bust out my independent creator-owned comics. It's time to toot my own horn. Mark's is the story of my grandfather's life. During World War II, he was a Russian Jewish soldier who battled the Nazis. It's a standalone story. There are no sequels or prequels to Mark's. It is going for $15. Call it as you see it. Floppy and Stiffy. Run through the FOMOs. Okay. Let's do it. Still got time. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to do the FOMOs on this show. Because you know what? I think I'm going to come back on. Or I'll stay on a little bit later because I have another collection to go through. So I might just do another show right now or maybe tomorrow morning. We'll see. But I'll do the FOMO books. Rob's asking for it. I'll do it. He's like, no, don't do it. Come on. Show me the photo or show me the 30s. Rob's like, don't be such a pendejo. If you stay, I'll stay. All spark. All right, well then if that's the case, let's just take down the indie showcase and I'll go back on the air for another like hour or whatever. I'll go on my channel so we can let JD go for the night. Because I've been on the air all week and I need to sell some books. So I'm happy to stay on the air for a little bit longer. If you stay, I'll stay. You say hello, and I'll say goodbye. Sorry, Edward. Sapphire Spectre, number 1, the Canada Gold cover is going for $10. Actually, I'll knock it down to $5. $5 on Sapphire Spectre number 1, and number 2, the Steph Wilson variant is also going to go for $5. Oh, just follow me on Facebook. If you follow me on Facebook, if you're on any of my Facebook pages, I'll probably just create another room right now and start a new live broadcast. Rob, what's your wife's name? Rob, tell me your wife's name, huh? I want to say hello to her. I'm the 30 Inspector. Okay, Sapphire Spectre is off to Mike at $10. Got it. I got it already. We're gonna do. We'll do our $2 books after that. Brandy. Okay, yeah, of course I should know her name. Gosh, sorry. Tell Brandy I'm sorry. Tell her I'm sorry. I can't show her 30s on the show. Dexter, what's up, man? The artist of Warline is in the house, guys. She is coming close to finishing up issue number 1. We are 9 pages away from wrapping up issue 1 of Warline. And let me tell you guys, the artwork on this book is absolutely killer. Dexter has worked his butt off on this book, and I can't wait to put this book out there. This is going to be a major strat change for me in terms of like how I present myself at conventions, because I'm going to start focusing on Warline. And of course, Eastern Shin's always going to be my opener, but I'm going to have to learn how to sell Warline. I really don't know how to pitch it yet. I've been like trying to tell people what it's about, and I'm like having a really hard time with it. So I will figure it out, though. I always do. You guys, if you guys are staying on, I will tell you guys how I figured out how to pitch Gasolina in less than 10 seconds. You guys will see it. It's awesome. And when you guys come back on, you're going to see my Gasolina pitch. $10. Yes. Tell you what, if you guys hang on for the next show, I will ask Dexter if he wants to come on and show off some of the artwork. Like he can just hang out in the comment section, and he can upload photos for you guys. I would be. This is one thing. It's cute little kitties. It's cute little kitty covers. There's little kitties over there. I got Mike on that. I think Mike called it first, didn't he? Yeah, I think Mike called it before you did. I see it right here. But I can get you another variant. JT Malloy lives in Chicago, so he's in my neck of the woods. I can get you guys other copies. And Mike, if you need some time, that's fine. So I'll reach out to JT tonight, and I'll ask him if I can get some more from him. I have Rat Wars number 3, the Keith Garvey cover. This is the nude cover. It's going for $20. Here's the clothed cover. This is Kitty Banger 1. This is the nude cover. This is the regular cover. It's going for $20. Okay. I have 4 copies left of Stormy number 1. This is a great series here. It's going to go for $10. Totally grab this book. It is a good one. I have 2 sets left of Red Talon number 1, 2, and 3. That's going to go for $15 on that set. $15 on the set there. So all 3 books going for $15. $15 on that set. I have General Contrast, General Ginger, going for $20, limited to 150 copies. Stormy number 1 goes to Mike. Everybody should be picking up Stormy, just letting you know. If you're not picking up Stormy, you are missing out on a really great comics read. And I have, I believe, 3 copies left. Yes, 3 copies left of Stormy number 1. Rat Wars number 2, Keith Garvey cover clothed, going for $20. Babe's Gore and Dinosaur metal foil cover going for $20. Babe's Gore and Dinosaurs number 1. This is going to be a naughty cover. going for 20. Karen Nicole variant on that, going for 20. This is Brad Monsters. This is the naughty cover. I got one copy left, and then I got the not so naughty cover going for 20. Totally Rad Comics. And then I got Nightwolf Volume One. 3 copies of Nightwolf Volume 1 going for $35 with issue number 5. Did I get him on that? Hold on. Oh, okay. He called. All right, then. Okay, never mind. So yeah, Nightwolf Volume 1 and issue number 5 is going to go for $35. It's signed by Rob Multeri. Everything is signed by Rob Multeri. Okay. I have 2 sets left of volumes 1 and 2 of Honor and Curse. This is that cool samurai story I was telling you about from Mad Cave. I'll do the set for $35. I'll probably throw those up on eBay. I have Floppy Cop Volume 1 and 2 going for $40, $20 a piece. You could buy one or the other. Each one is $20 for Floppy Cop. If you want to just try it out and get Volume 1, you can do that. That's $20 and it's signed by Dan Doherty. This is Dan's brainchild. Totally Rat Wars 3. This is the MR Gun nude cover, and then this is the clothed cover. I got 2 copies of the clothed cover. And I have Rad Wars 3, the CB Zane variant, going for $20 each. There's the nudie cover. Not nudie cover. Why is he so floppy? Because he's missing his spine. I have Rat Wars 3, Drax Gal Arts, going for $20. There's the nude and not nude variant. And I have Rat Wars 3, the Joel Souza cover. That's going to go for $20 a piece. And then I have the nudie cover of Rat Wars 2, Keith Garvey cover, going for $20. All right. Totally Rad tonight. Totally Rad had a good night tonight. That's awesome. Amazonia had a good night tonight. Got 2 copies. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I did get you a slave for Edward. Or Eddie. Eddie, which cover do we want to see again? The Drax Gal cover. Okay. I'm going to pull up both of them because there's a nudie one and a non-nudie one. There's one with nudity and there's one with fajitas and there's one without fajitas. This is the fajitas and this is the non-fajitas. Each one's going for $20. Let me know what you want. Yeah, definitely got you a Leia. Both fajitas. Vaginas. Gotcha. Bang, bang. Bang, bang! Tonight is a win for indie comics, my friends. This is awesome. JD, I'm going to take down the rest of this rack here, and then we'll close up. Just give me another, 5 minutes. And if you guys want to keep shopping with me tonight, you can on my channel. I'm going to take a 10-minute break just to kind of get things going here. And then we'll keep working as long as we need to get through the next collection. This is probably the only time I'll be on the air this week, so I want to make sure you guys see everything I have, because I got to sell a lot more comics in order to kind of break even for the week. So we got Fire Bitch number 1. I've got 5 copies of it going for $15. Call it as you see it. I have Freestyle Comics Vigilance number 1. That's going to go for $10. The source book number 1 is going to go for $10. Actually, I'll do them for $5. Sorry. And the Heroes International is going to go for $5. So you can get all these Freestyle Comics books, Mike Watson's books, $15. Clovis number 0, that's going to go for $10. That is signed by Miles Grubb, the creator. I have Alchemist number 0 and 1. That is signed by TJ Sterling. That is going to go for $15 as a set. I have Nomad, the Cave of Broken Tombs number 2 and 3. That is going to go for $15 as a set. Wolverine number 2 is going to go for $5. I have Elysian Fields number 1. I have 2 variants of that. And they're going to go for $20 a piece. It's like a one-shot graphic novel. Flaming Carrot Omnibus. 2 copies of that going for $50 a pop. $50 a pop on that. And guys, I can pull out these indie books anytime. So, we can do this again anytime you guys want. Embodiment number 1, signed by Dan Emerson. That's going to go for $10. I have Elysian Fields, the other variant cover. This one's really cool, going for $20. I have Gru the Wanderer number 2. That's going to go for $2. I have Elixir, The Last Days of Death. 10 copies of that, going for $6 a piece. Totally recommend grabbing this. I have 9 copies left. And I have the Genesis of the Unbelievable Fantastics. That's going to go for just $6, and I got 5 copies of that. $3 for $15. First set of 3 for $15. Are we talking about the Freestyle Comics books? Or are we talking about the Nomad or the Alchemist? Yeah, just let me know what it is. I didn't know they were bringing back Garbage Pail Kids. That's cool. I have Cthulhu is Hard to Spell, Volume 1 and Volume 2, going for $40 a pop. That's going to be $80 for the set, signed by Russell Nolte. I have Luke Buzz, Leg Buzz, Juke Joint, signed by both the creators. And this, I got 2 copies of that left, going for $20 a pop. Grab those while you can. I have Guano Guy number 1 through 3. We're going to do 30 on this set. 30 on the set. I have one last copy of Amazonia number 1. That's going to go for $5. And I got Modern Godhood, 2 copies of that going for $5 a piece. And this is the conclusion of our our EXP show today, because we have run over our time limit, and I have taken up an awful amount of JD's time here. Hang on just a second. All right. Hang on just a second here. All right, there we go. Okay, the first one looked good to you. Let me show them off one more time, and then we're gonna. I'm gonna come back on in just a moment. Was it these? I was going fast because I wanted to take down the rack. That's why. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be going so fast. I do the slow pitches when I put them up there, but when I take them down, I kind of go fast because I just want to get through everything so that I can move on to the next thing. People want to see stuff. Okay, yeah. All right, cool. I got you. You're good. I knew it was that. I got you, Edward. I just didn't get you with that Sapphire Spectre, but otherwise I got you. But I'll work on getting you a set. That's really not a problem for me. This is JT right now as we end the show. Okay, guys, so that is it for the Indie Showcase, but I will be on the air momentarily with you guys. We'll see how long we go. We got another short box to go through, so I will see you guys on my channel very soon. Until then, have a wonderful evening, and thank you for shopping with me.
Join the party. Head over to our link tree to find all the links for everywhere the experience is all the time.